little stuff start happening, you are not going to get the kind of crap I got. Now I'm grown now, y'all. I'm grown. Y'all, people love to run other people's lives. Hey y'all, welcome. Thanks for joining me. I'm Chawnta and this is Tutt Tips. Now, if you're curious about being a stay-at-home mom, thinking about becoming a stay-at-home mom, or you are a stay-at-home mom, then I'm hoping that this video will help you out in some way. So first, I want to let y'all know that I have been a working mom as well, and not just for a short period of time. I was a working mom almost as long as I was a stay-at-home mom, but this video is just about my journey as a stay-at-home mom. So I have the perspective of both a working mom and a stay-at-home mom. So I'm going to go over, give y'all a little background of what led to this decision and what I did before I was a stay-at-home mom, just to give y'all a little background and context. So growing up, I started working at an early age, helping my parents out at jobs. Now, I started working before it was legally, before I can just go out there and get my own job. So we would help our parents with cleaning homes, schools, businesses, things like that. Let's see, we had a paper route. Well, my parents had a paper route, so we would help them with that. Elks Lodge. Do y'all know what the Elks Lodge is? That was one of the businesses that we used to help them clean. So you get the picture. Then moving on to once I was able to get my own job. Now, I don't remember which one came first, but I was a dishwasher at the Elks Lodge, and then also I worked in the daycare. I don't remember which one of those became first. And let me just tell y'all that even once I did or was able to have my own job, apply for my own job and work my own job, I was still in school, of course. I'm a teenager. And I was still helping my parents out on their jobs. My next official job, y'all, was this clothing store. I don't think it's around no more at all. But it was a clothing store called Dots. If you're from the DMV area, if you're from Virginia, this clothing store was very popular. Had fad items in there, faddish items. Is that a word, faddish? Well, anyway, you know those type of stores where you can go in there and get a couple of dresses for $10 or something like that or whatever. So that was my next job. That was over there, just in case you're as old as I am. This store, Dots, it was located next to Potomac Mills Mall, right there in the same parking center or whatever, however you want to look at that. But it's right outside the mall right there. Next, I decided to go into the military, y'all. So yes, I'm a veteran. I was in the military for 10 years, the Air Force for 10 years. Now, I'm in the military, y'all. It's been a few years. I now have a husband. I now have children. I've partied a little, played around a little. Now I'm grown now, y'all. I'm grown. And so I just start looking at everything. You look more and more into the future and the long haul and things like that. And so I start just looking at things, and I thought this was going to be my career job. I really did. I didn't know what to expect going into the Air Force, but once I got there, I was like, I can see myself doing this. But you never know till you know. So I want to say after about 3 years, little stuff started happening that was making me think otherwise. So once enough of those things piled up, making me look at things differently, and like maybe this is not going to be what I do. I want to say my last straw was the deployments. Deployments, if you don't know, is just, in the military, you got these obligations to deploy, to go and do your job somewhere else overseas. You leave your family, you don't take your family with you. So I didn't mention, but my husband was also in the military. He's retired now. So he was in the military with me. So I would deploy, come back, then he would deploy, come back, then I would deploy, and I didn't want that. I didn't want that. That's hard on the marriage, that's hard on the children. You know what? At first, when I was like, I'm definitely getting out the military, I'm not going to be doing this, I didn't like it. Call me weak, whatever you want to call it. I know. And like I said, I was a working mom at once. So I know how hard it is to leave your kids and stuff. So I couldn't handle that. I missed some things with my first son, like his first times and things like that. His first time doing this, his first time doing that. And I couldn't take it. I didn't want to take it. And I did not love the military that much, or my paycheck with the military that much, to stay in there. And I know everybody don't get this choice. I was lucky enough to have the choice to get out and have a husband. And we worked that out. That'll be a whole nother video, y'all, about how you have to adjust, and the sacrifices, and still protect yourself. Because a lot of people don't be a stay-at-home mom. I know y'all know. Even if they want to, they don't. That's not the road they take, because they don't have that support or security. That what if he loses his job, or we can't pay the bills, and we're not going to be able to afford the type of lifestyle we want, or what if we get divorced, or for whatever reason you get divorced, So I know everybody else don't have that luxury, but let me tell y'all, I started to think of ways, like I was still going to work. I said I was going to get out the military, I was still going to work. So before I actually officially got out, I started looking at other jobs, looking at schools, because I had already been to college. I didn't have my degree yet. I did make sure I get my associate's degree before I got out the military, but at least I got that before I got out the military. But I'm just saying, I was looking at different ways I could bring income to the money. Lower income to the money, y'all. I was looking for ways to bring income to the family once I got out of the military. So I looked at all kinds of jobs and things, and I was searching myself. I was searching within, trying to figure out what's a job that I could do that I would be happy with. My passions, I was going over my passions in my head, and stuff I thought I would be happy doing. Y'all, the only thing I could come up with was a stay-at-home mom. Was a stay-at-home mom. So at this point, I made the decision I was getting out. Of course, I talked it over with my husband, and he was on board, thank goodness. Y'all, I'm sweating my butt off out here. I couldn't come up with nothing, y'all. It was nothing else I wanted to do. I realized I didn't want to work for anyone. I wanted to be my own boss. So once I was pretty sure that's what I wanted to do, I was going to try it out. If it didn't work, it didn't work. I was just going to go back into the military. If you don't know, after a certain, I don't know how it is now, but after, I really had this in my head. I was like, I forgot now, but after a certain amount of time that you got out of the military, if you get an honorable discharge, you can come back into the military now. There's some penalties and stuff like that, but I was willing to take that risk to find my happy, to find my passion, my purpose. And so that was the option for me. I just felt like I was going to be all right, y'all. I was going to figure this out. So what? I had a lot of people telling me, like, they look at me like they looked at me like I was crazy, y'all. They was like, you already did 10 years. You only have 10 more years to go. You can retire in the military after 20 years, y'all. But I get what some of them was trying to say. What a couple of them. You know, people don't know how. When they don't understand something, they don't know how to communicate the right way. Some of them ain't trying to communicate the right way. Some people are just so stuck, y'all, on their ideal or their idea of how things are supposed to work out in life. And they can't see it no other way. You can say, I'm going back to school. You could be 40, 50 years old, 60 years old and say, I'm going back to school to get my degree. You are not going to get the kind of crap I got from when people heard me say I was going to be a stay-at-home mom. Y'all, stay-at-home moms get no respect, it seems like. I've been doing this for years and years. I'm almost done. My oldest is on his way into the military. My youngest only got a couple more years to graduate. I'm almost done. So I've been doing this for over 10 years. And people just look at you like you just lower than dirt sometimes when you tell them what you're doing. They just cannot comprehend that that's what makes you happy. So I stumbled my way into being a stay-at-home mom, and I do not regret it. I love it. I wouldn't change it for nothing. Once I got older and started focusing on my purpose and what a purpose was and how to find your purpose, I see why that I was so fulfilled by being a stay-at-home mom. Because my purpose was family, had a strong sense of family. People don't realize that that could be a purpose. And you don't have to be a stay-at-home mom to fulfill that purpose. Y'all, that's a leaf. A leaf got me out here jumping. You know, some people could say they have a strong sense of they want to work with pets, animals, or, you know, children, or they want to be a doctor and stuff like that. And people get it. But when people say that they have a strong family sense, they look lost, like deer in the headlights. They don't get it. It was like, you can be fulfilled for staying at home and taking your kids to practice and making sure your house is organized and clean and cooking and being there for all your kids' games and being a therapist to your kids and your husband and all this. What about you? Well, for me, I was very fulfilled. That was my purpose. I loved it. I enjoyed it. It was beautiful, y'all. It was just beautiful. And now some people who have the same purpose as me, they may not have children yet. And so I guess maybe they go out and find a way to fulfill that purpose by helping out other families, being a family counselor, or, you know, they niche it down. Maybe they're foster parents. I don't know. It's a whole bunch of different ways to fulfill that. Y'all can list down below if y'all have some ideas for tips or other ways people can fulfill this specific type of purpose of having that strong family pull and connection and love. And if that's your happy, give them some ideas below in the comment for ways they can fulfill that. Because some people can't just quit their job like I did and pursue it the way I pursued it, because they don't have a spouse that understands or can help them along the way, and that's not going to make them feel small or like they're not contributing and things like that. So yes, I had a happy stay-at-home mom journey. I had the ups and downs. You know, you have to get acclimated, you have to adjust. Just like with any new career change or new job or new path you take in life, you have to adjust. You have to work out the kinks. I had to go through the sacrifices that came with being a stay-at-home mom. And I'm going to do and touch on all that in another video. This is just trying to give y'all, I know I feel like I'm just running my mouth too long. But I'm just trying to give y'all the background and what led me to making this decision. So I guess you can say, that's what I say, I stumbled into my purpose. And then I want to say too, like when people were talking about the money wasn't that wasn't going to change my mind, because I don't know how I became the way I am. I guess, you know, I know it's my childhood, and I just always, me as a person, I guess, I just always knew I'm going to be all right. I'm going to, whatever obstacles come, I'm going to make this work. Like, I'm not dumb. I'm intelligent. If I got to start over again, I'm going to start over again. It's worth the risk. If we get in a bind, I'm going to get out here and get a part-time job. If we get behind in bills or what have you, if I need to go out here and work at Dillard's or a fast food restaurant or some type of restaurant or clothing store or just a quick part-time job, I'm going to do that. Y'all, I hope y'all can hear me, because when I was setting up out here and prepping, nobody was out here trying to cut their grass. And all this other crap that was going on wasn't going on. So hopefully I ain't got to film this all over again. So the kind of backlash, I guess we can call it that, the little, you know, funny faces, or, you know, the people's face freeze up when you tell them something, and, you know, you don't get congratulations and good luck on your next journey, and you don't get that so much when you tell them your next journey is a stay-at-home mom. They look like you going to bury somebody. Y'all, people love to run other people's lives. I know it's easier said than done. Sometimes I struggle with not letting people comment, or, you know, they face be telling it all too. Sometimes it get to me. Sometimes it even make you question yourself. You human. So, you know, just figure out how to snap out of that real quick and remember your purpose. Remember you're happy why you made the decision, and all the ways being a stay-at-home mom fulfills you. Remember it. Now, look, don't get me wrong. I did have some supportive family and people in my life, even though it was a small amount, very small amount. I'm not talking about them in this video. I'll give them their props in another video. I'm just talking about them other ones. I'm talking about those other ones over there. This series, I'm going to be talking about the sacrifices, the pros and cons, the shade, protecting yourself financially, and things like that, and on and on and on. Any topic I can think of, I'm going to hop on here and give y'all my 2 cents about it. This is a tips channel, so I got my tips. I'm sure y'all got y'all tips. So let's get tippy, help each other out. Leave me some tips below. Leave some tips for my subscribers. If you're not subscribed, please subscribe. But whatever your purpose is or your happy is, good luck on your journey. Again, I hope this video is able to help somebody out. Even if it just helps one person out, I'm happy. See y'all next video.